Do you ever wonder why you feel the way you do? Why certain sadnesses feel like old friends, or why you carry burdens that do not belong to you? In the quietest moments of the night, when the noise of the world finally fades, there is a voice that speaks from the depths of your being. Carl Jung, the great navigator of the human soul, observed that we are not born as blank slates. We arrive with ancient maps, hidden patterns, and silent guardians known as archetypes. They steer our fate. They color our emotions, and they whisper to us in our dreams. But often, we are too busy wearing our masks, what Jung called the persona, to listen. We are too busy performing for the crowd to see the face we had before the world told us who to be. Today, we silence the mind. We bypass the logic you use to survive, and we speak directly to the soul that wants to live. This is not a standard test. This is a mirror for your intuition, designed to slip past the ego. I want you to take a deep breath. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine you are standing in a space where time does not exist. It is a void of infinite potential, the place psychology calls the collective unconscious. Now, open your eyes. Before you are 5 spirit animals. Do not look at them with your analytical mind. Look at them with your chest, with your stomach, with that gut feeling that never lies. Do not choose the one you think is beautiful. Do not choose the one you think is strong. Choose the one whose eyes seem to be looking right back at you. Choose the one that makes you feel a sudden, quiet ache of recognition. First, the silent cat. Sitting perfectly still, eyes wrapped in mystery, watching the world with a gaze that is both ancient and detached. Second, the wild horse, muscles tense, mane flowing in the wind, a creature of fire and freedom, yet carrying a heaviness in its eyes that contradicts its strength. Third, the holding otter, drifting in the deep water, holding a single precious gemstone to its chest, eyes closed, refusing to let go. Fourth, the gentle deer, standing amidst the vastness, eyes wide and brimming with water, trembling with a sensitivity that feels everything, all at once. And fifth, the waking owl, perched in the absolute darkness, eyes burning like lanterns, seeing the secrets that the night tries to hide. Take a moment. Listen to the pull. Which one calls to you? Once you have made your choice, do not change it. The first instinct is the whisper of the unconscious. The second thought is just the noise of the ego. Before we walk through the gateway of your chosen archetype, I invite you to make a small gesture of commitment to your own journey of individuation. If you feel safe in this space we are creating, gently press the subscribe button. Think of it not as clicking a button on a screen, but as planting a seed, a promise that, from this day forward, you will stop running from your shadows and start honoring the depth of who you truly are. Now let us descend. Let us look through the lens of the psyche to find the name of the spirit that guides you. You have entered the domain of the sovereign observer. If the stillness of the cat drew you in, it suggests you learned a hard lesson early in your life, that the world outside is chaotic, loud, and often drains you dry. You are not cold. You are not distant. You are simply guarding the most precious resource you possess, your psychic energy. People often mistake your silence for arrogance. They see you sitting on the sidelines, observing rather than speaking, and they label you as aloof. But they do not see the rich, vibrant kingdom you have built inside your mind. You have cultivated a profound inner world filled with colors, philosophies, and conversations that are far more interesting than the small talk happening at the dinner table. Your pain, the one you hide so well, is the exhaustion of performance. You feel like an actor on a stage who has forgotten their lines, but must keep smiling to keep the peace. You possess an intuition that is razor sharp. You can sense inauthenticity from a mile away. When someone lies to you, when someone pretends to be kind but harbors malice, you feel it physically. It grates on your nerves like a discordant note played too loudly. Because you see so much, and because you feel the falseness of social masks, you retreat. You build high walls. You pull up the drawbridge to your castle. You have chosen the luxury of solitude over the misery of fake company. But deep down, in the throne room of your castle, there is a lonely monarch. Jung would note that your challenge is reconciling your need for solitude with your human need for connection. You do not hate people. In fact, you crave a connection that is so deep, so telepathic, that words are unnecessary. The insight for you is this: your boundaries are not barriers. They are sacred circles. You do not have to apologize for your nature. In a world that constantly screams for attention, your silence is a revolution. You are not broken because you do not want to bark and play fetch like the others. The cat does not seek approval. The cat exists, and that is enough. You are allowed to be selective with your energy. You are allowed to leave the party early. You are allowed to watch from the window. Do not force yourself to open the door to everyone. The right people, the ones who belong in your soul tribe, will not be afraid of your silence. They will sit in it with you, and they will find peace there, just as you do. If the wild horse called to you, you embody the burdened seeker. There is a fire in your veins that refuses to go out. The horse speaks to you because your soul understands the language of freedom, of movement, of wide open horizons. You are the one who wants to run until the landscape blurs, to escape the confines of the ordinary. But look closer at the horse. It is not just running, it is carrying. You are the strong one. You are the pillar. You are the one everyone leans on when their own legs give out. You have developed a reputation for being unbreakable. When there is a crisis, you are the first to act. When there is a burden to be lifted, you offer your back before anyone even asks. Your secret pain is the crushing weight of your own strength. You run, not just to feel the wind, but to outrun the emotions that threaten to overtake you. You are terrified of stopping. You fear that if you stand still for just one moment, all the grief, all the exhaustion, and all the tears you have swallowed for years will catch up to you and bring you to your knees. You worry that if you break, there will be no one strong enough to carry you. So, you keep moving. You keep achieving. You keep fixing everyone else's problems. You romanticize the struggle, telling yourself that you can take it, that you are built for this. But your heart is tired. Your heart is longing for a meadow where the grass is soft and the saddle is taken off. The message for you is a gentle permission to stop. Strength is not just about how much you can carry. It is also about knowing when to lay the burden down. You do not have to earn your place on this earth by being useful. You do not have to be the hero in everyone else's story. It is safe to be weak. It is safe to say, I cannot do this today. It is safe to let someone else take the reins. The people who truly love you do not love you for your utility. They love you for your spirit. Stop running from your vulnerability. The greatest courage you can show right now is the courage to rest. Let the wild horse graze. The horizon will still be there tomorrow. If the holding otter drew you in, you are guided by the archetype of the keeper of the heart. This image is perhaps the most tender of them all. A small creature floating in the vast cold ocean, holding a gemstone to its chest as if its life depended on it. This stone holds what you love. Your memories, your people, the sentimental fragments of your past. You are the soul of the group. You are the glue that holds everyone together. You are the one who remembers birthdays, who treasures old photographs, who keeps the ticket stubs from a movie seen 10 years ago. You have a capacity for love that is deep, fluid, and all-encompassing. But your beautiful, loyal heart carries a primal wound. The fear of abandonment, the fear of drifting away, like the otter that holds hands with its companion so they do not separate while sleeping. You hold on tight, sometimes too tight. You are the one who always texts first. You are the one who fixes the arguments. You are the one who overfunctions in relationships because a quiet voice in your head whispers, if I stop trying, they will leave. You romanticize the holding on. You tell yourself that you are just nostalgic or just dedicated. But deep down, you are terrified that if you let go of that gemstone, you will be alone in the vast empty water. You bear the burden of being the emotional anchor, and sometimes that anchor drags you down. You grieve losses before they even happen. You miss people while they are still sitting right in front of you. The lesson you need is trust. You must learn to trust the water. You must learn that you are buoyant on your own. You do not need to clutch the stone so tightly to validate your existence. The love you give so freely to others is a reflection of the love you deserve to give to yourself. True connection does not require a stranglehold. What is meant for you will float with you. You can relax your grip. You can open your hands. You will not drown, and you will not be swept away. You are the jewel, not the things you hold. You are the treasure. Let the current carry you for a while, and trust that the ocean of life supports you. You are the vessel of the empathic spirit. You chose the deer, the creature with the wide, watery eyes, standing alert in the forest. This choice reveals that you walk through this world without a layer of skin. You feel everything. You are an instrument that vibrates with every tremor of the earth. You absorb the energy of the room the moment you walk in. You can sense a shift in a friend's mood before they speak a word. You are moved to tears by a piece of music, a sunset, or the suffering of a stranger. Your soul is made of crystal, beautiful, transparent, but easily shattered. Your pain comes from the harshness of the world. To you, modern life often feels like a sensory assault. Loud noises, aggressive people, and conflict feel physically painful to you. You often feel like you were born in the wrong era, or on the wrong planet. You have likely been told your whole life that you are too sensitive, too dramatic, or that you need to toughen up. So, you live in a state of hypervigilance, like the deer in the woods. Your ears are always perked, waiting for the twig to snap, waiting for the hunter. You hide your tenderness because you have learned that softness is dangerous. You try to harden yourself, to construct a tough persona, but it never works because it is not your nature. You often feel overwhelmed, retreating into the forest of your mind to lick your wounds. The invitation is to embrace your softness as your greatest power. Seen through the lens of the soul, your sensitivity is a direct line to the collective experience of humanity. In a world that is becoming increasingly numb and mechanical, your ability to feel is a miracle. It is not a weakness. It is a higher form of intelligence. Do not try to become a stone. The world does not need more stones. It needs your water. It needs your empathy. But you must learn to build a sanctuary, not a fortress. Create a safe space where you can discharge the emotions you have absorbed. Protect your peace fiercely. You are not responsible for healing the pain of everyone you meet. You are simply the witness. Be the deer that steps gracefully through the forest, drinking from the stream, honoring its own gentle rhythm. You are safe to be soft. If the waking owl called to you, you are the avatar of the truth seeker. While others sleep, you are awake. You chose the owl, the creature that stares directly into the darkness without blinking. This marks you as an old soul. You have looked into the abyss, and you did not look away. You have a mind that is constantly dissecting, analyzing, and seeking the truth beneath the surface. You are not satisfied with shallow answers or polite conversation. You want to know the why and the how. You see the shadow side of human nature, the secrets people hide in their closets, the lies society tells itself to feel comfortable. But this wisdom comes with a heavy price: isolation. It is lonely to be the only one awake. You often feel disconnected from your peers because their concerns seem so trivial to you. You feel like a stranger in a strange land, burdened by a maturity you did not ask for. You suffer from the weight of overthinking. Your mind is a library that never closes, a labyrinth of questions with no exit. Your pain is the grief of knowing. Sometimes you wish you could just be ignorant and happy like everyone else. You wish you didn't see the cracks in the foundation. You carry the weight of unseen truths, and it makes you feel heavy, cynical, or misunderstood. You sit on your branch in the dark, waiting for someone who is brave enough to climb up and sit with you, but few ever do. The wisdom for you is to rest your eyes. You do not have to be the guardian of the night forever. You do not have to solve the riddle of existence today. It is okay to close your eyes and drift into the mystery without trying to dissect it. Your wisdom is a gift, but do not let it become a wall that separates you from the joy of simple things. Even the wise owl must sleep. Even the truth seeker needs to play. Come down from the branch sometimes. Allow yourself to be baffled, to be silly, to not know the answer. There is healing in the sunlight, not just in the moon. You have seen enough. You have done enough. You can rest now. Take a deep breath. Whether you are the silent cat, the wild horse, the holding otter, the gentle deer, or the waking owl, know this. The archetype you chose is not a cage. It is a starting point. It is a map of where you have been and a compass for where you need to go. The wounds you carry are not flaws. They are the cracks where the light enters. Consider the Japanese art of kintsugi, where broken pottery is repaired with gold. The break is not hidden. It is highlighted. It becomes the most beautiful part of the piece. Your sensitivity, your solitude, your strength, your loyalty, your wisdom. These are your gold. This process was not just about picking an animal. It was about acknowledging the story that is living through you. And now that you know the character you have been playing, you have the power to turn the page and write the next chapter with more compassion for yourself. Thank you for walking through this forest with me. Thank you for being brave enough to look in the mirror. If you found a piece of yourself in these words, leave the name of your animal in the comments below. Let us see how many of us are walking this path together. You are seen. You are understood. You are safe.